Hello, GM KP Posse. I am live. Oh my goodness. Okay. So I don't know how this is working, if this is working. I, hi. Then before I just jump right in, let me say hello in case it is working and in case any of you could see me. I'm live streaming from my phone from a browser and it's like this tiny. I can't even see myself. But anyway, here we are, City Hall in Albany, going out for a little afternoon morning walkies. Got my Java, and yeah, I'm preparing. I'm doing some preps. Thought I'd take you along with me and give you a little update. Talk about some of the madness I've been posting over on my personal FHO Money. Um, because yeah, so I noticed today that a bunch of lives that I did here on Kianga Ellis in May when I was in New York City for Arts Week, that the broadcasts were just gone. I don't know why, but it's something that's been on my mind about doing the lives on X. You can't keep, like, you don't have that media. You can't download the video. It's not yours. This is going to be a theme for this project, right? For KEP25, the Rural Rapid Response Network. So see, we're going to walk right past the Capitol building. New York State. So this is going to be a theme, and it really underscores why we're going to use the technology that we're using. And it's more than just technology. It's also about our values and the whole theme and the whole point of the project. But yeah, this is a long way of saying that I needed to find, and anyway, this was in the works. I needed to do something different than just rely on X in terms of what I was sharing with you all. So I thought sooner is better than later because I am going to be very mobile. I'm not going to say too much about it right now, but Kianga Ellis Projects is about to be very mobile. And I'm going to need to be coming to you from the phone so that I can keep you up to date. And if we're going to meme it into existence, that requires being extremely online, being extremely mobile. And so there you have it. So why am I in Albany? What am I talking about? Meme it into existence. Well, some of you know that I've been working on Kianga Ellis Projects 25. It's the year 2025, but it's also, see, here we are, the Capitol. The Capitol. Would you guys rather a view of the Capitol as I walk and talk to you? Probably. Hang on, let me switch hands. I hope this is working. I'll find out after I've talked for a half hour. I don't want to talk that long, but after I talk for a half hour, I find out, oh, this didn't stream. It looks like I have a really good 5G plus signal on my phone, so we'll see. But what was I? Where was I? Okay, just a quick recap for the new people. Kianga Ellis Project 25, the Rural Rapid Response Network, a 25-year project kicking off this year in the year 2025. Citizen adjacent action. We've got so many buzzwords. And since Rural Rapid Response Network is a mouthful, it's abbreviated 3R because those are 3Rs, right? Rural Rapid Response, or 3Rs. Say it 3 times fast. N as in network, Rural Rapid Response Network. And there's a lot there. that I'm not going to talk about right this second. I am going to talk about what I posted this morning. I want to tell you what that's about, just so briefly, because I'm going to be, spending a lot of time on it. Zora, I need you guys. Pardon me. Just almost about to get run over. See, you just can't trust. See, you just can't trust anything. You can't even trust that the light is telling you to walk and somebody is still just going to drive right through the intersection and run you over. But anyway, I have it, y'all. I have the plan. I have the solution as to how we are going to go up against the big money, how we are going to go up against the naysayers and the doubters and the haters. Let me cross. So hold on while I think I'm good. I have it. I have it. All right, let's it's actually quite cool today at Albany and it's misting. So here it is. Here it is, you guys. We are just gonna meme it into existence. As I said on my post, on one of the posts, and I've been talking about this, right? The David and Goliath. So many people are telling us we can't have what we want. It's too late in terms of society and what's fair and our liberty. And even though this project is about citizen adjacent action, which means we are interested in popular policy, current culture, and getting together IRL. We are going to do things outside of, or I should say alongside, the traditional political process, but we're not relying on that anymore. We're not actually waiting on our elected officials, looking to them to solve all of our problems. But, as we do the things we're going to do, and that's, 3RN, we do have to care about who's in office. I mean, crucially right now. So we know there are a lot of people that we believe are aligned with our values. And it's ironic how those tend to be the people that are the underdogs. Isn't that funny? Why does that happen? We know why that happens. But here's how we're going to fight back. Here's how we're going to level the playing field. We don't even have to level it. We're going to play a different game. I said, David from the Bible. So now I've walked around the other side of the New York State Capitol building in Albany. Now we're going to just take a little loop around Empire Plaza, which is just a splendid place to walk and clear my mind and, get the blood flowing, oxygen flowing. So, where was I? Yes. Okay. David from the Bible killed Goliath, right? Everybody knows the story. With a slingshot and a stone. King Saul tried to say, oh, you're like a little runt. You can't go up against this Philistine, this giant. And he says, what? I don't need this armor. I don't need the king's armor. Just give me my slingshot and my stone. So here's our slingshot, our stone. Memes and coins. Memes and coins, everybody. If this is an area that is unfamiliar to you, don't worry about it. I am going to be Julie, the cruise director. I'm going to be your guide. Going to be your guide to all things crypto, meme coins. We are going to turn meme coining, we're going to turn crypto into a virtue. Is it possible? Dare to dream, Kianga, dare to dream. But no, hear me out. Hear me out. We're memeing it into existence. And we're going to start, I should say, I'm going to start. If you've seen my coin, you've seen what we've coined already, which is Sliwa for NYC. So you're going to hear a lot from me about New York City. I know it's a rural focus of the project. Central New York to the down east coast of Maine, from northern Catskill Mountains The whole project is about rural communities. So why are we starting with a focus on New York City? Well, I'll talk about that more later. So look at this. Isn't this cool? Can you see that? It just never gets tiring here. I'm actually, it's very wet and it's marble. I feel like that could very easily have an accident as I get too excited telling you about the plan, our plans, our takeover. Uh, so I'm just gonna walk here on the bricks, and then I'm not gonna be long. Mostly, I just really wanted to test. I just wanted to test whether, just how this works, how I'll be able to live stream multi-channel because Kianga Ellis Projects is on X, we have YouTube and Rumble. Anyway, I just wanted to really just test this out before I need to actually really use it. So I'm not gonna belabor the point and really get into all the details, but just to highlight what's going to go down here very shortly, which is we are going to use this new app. It's called Zora, and it allows you to make a cryptocurrency out of everything you post. Images, video. On this app, you post it, and it becomes a coin that people can buy and trade. And so here's the plan. We are going to just meme coin our way to victory, starting in New York City. And that election is in November. And there are certainly particular candidates that are personally interesting to me. I think that as a group, as a community, we can talk about Kianga Ellis Projects Association, and we can talk about 3RN and the journal, and how everyone is going to be able to get involved with this. And you are not going to need to have money. Um, so in other words, this is not, I'm not hitting you up for money necessarily. But if you're one of these people that has money and not time and wants to support, you know, liberty and all the good and wonderful things for the future that we all want to see happen in America, uh, yeah, there's going to be a role for everyone to play, put it that way. But we're going to focus on, it's going to be very simple. If you're new to this, it's going to be very, very easy. It's going to be very, very fun. And I've kicked the ball off with the coin I made this morning. And so check it out. Check out our feed here on X. And if you're watching this later or you're watching this on YouTube or Rumble, all three of you, go to X. It's all very bootstrappy. This is something I'm doing as a folly, as a passion, right? I mean, was it last week? Was that just last week that I was sitting right here outside of the governor's presser with the Texas Democrats? Or was that 2 weeks ago already? I don't know. But anyway, I gave you the preview. I told you what I've been preparing in terms of, all the things and headquartering here in Albany and setting up our studio here. And that's, going very well. And we're going to really kick off the formal live streams again this fall. And there's going to be a whole, reboot of the summer school, but really more integrated in our regular program. And the tokenization of Kianga Ellis Projects. What is that? And now, I'm sort of, because I got so upset yesterday. I mean, every day there's a new reason to cry. But I'll save this for later. What I see in the mayor's race of New York City, a place that, has shaped me. Yeah, I'm sort of 5 generations, even longer. There's a whole story with me in New York City. Although, I was born and grew up in Boston, but I spent, I won't say equal time growing up in Brooklyn, New York City. but might as well. So it's still very much, I mean, it's deep. It's very deep for me. It's so deep for me that, yeah, I'm preparing to sort of drop everything. And I am personally committing to saving New York City. So no need to thank me. You can just join me, and we are just going to meme this into existence. We're just not we're New York. It doesn't matter that I don't live there at the moment in New York City. It does not matter at all because I will be there. I will be there from now until November. And yeah, so sometimes there are just moments where you have to do absolutely every single thing that is in your power, and you have to call on other powers and higher powers. And that's where I am right now. So I'm gonna hop and, yeah, see how this came across and if this worked at all. I hope so. And oh, it looks like maybe there's some people watching. Hi. So listen, this is how we're going to do this, everyone. We are going to we're going to shock the world. We're going to shock the naysayers. And we're going to use cryptocurrency, the hated, scandalous crypto. We are going to use the degeneracy of meme coins. And everyone can do this. It's as easy as taking a selfie. It's as easy as making a video. Everyone can do this, but we are going to coordinate it. We're going to work together in how we do this. And we are going to activate all the love that we have for New York and for America and for all of the values that stands for. And we're going to put all of that love and all of that hope and all of that passion, and we're going to have fun. We're going to have some fun. So I'll talk more about that later. Meanwhile, you can buy the coin, get it started. It's a collectible, because this is the beginning of something you're going to see on the nightly news. Mark my word, it's going to be on front pages of newspapers all over the world. What a bunch of degenerates minting, coining their selfies, how they swung the election in New York City. Right? I like the sound of that. Bye bye.